Have you seen this James Bond movie when the secret agent has a watch that shoots lasers? Well, this is also kind of like a spy gadget, although not as fancy as those in the movies. It's a little bit more mundane. It's called E&E SAW. E&E means escape and evasion, so in a sort of military situation or such, I think the idea is you would conceal this type of element. It's a diamond coated rod, which you could have it presumably hiding in your clothes or other kind of hiding spots that I will not mention, but it could be either in some cavities, not necessarily bad one. Could also be, I think, in the nose, as I read in a book about political dissidents. They will wrap stuff up in plastic, shove it into their noses, and remove it when needed. In any case, these are diamond saws, or more like diamond files, but they're small enough to carry kind of anywhere. So sometimes I carry these kits, and this will fit pretty much anywhere. And then you have a way to use as a file or as a saw. This is diamond, and if you have material that's very soft, in this case wood, you can operate this and cut it and remove material. I think one of the scenarios for this is that maybe you're like in some handcuffs, you will cut it with this. Sounds very much like Mission Impossible stuff, and I think real spies don't carry too many gadgets, because then people will know they're spies. So it may be just a novelty item, or it may be really what the spooks use. I don't know. I'm not in that line of business, but I kind of like the idea of having a very small file that you could carry with you. I look at other alternatives. These are kind of expensive, really. You can get diamond. These are kind of more like rotary tools, rotary bits that have a diamond coating, and essentially it's also very small, easy to carry, and possibly can do some of the same things, although it may not last as long because it's very small, but still has a bit of cutting power. So this I got from AliExpress, and I think they're much cheaper than the ones that I was showing here. Another type of small files are these that are used for some machines. I think these are used for some filing machines that will move it kind of up and down in some kind of thing that they use to, I don't know if it's for jewelry or what. I just don't even know what it is for, but there's some also relatively cheap, and they have different levels of grits. What I don't like is these are pretty short, probably because of the way the machine works, so they have a lot of section that doesn't do anything, but they're still small enough to put in a sort of some kind of kit. Let's see if this will cut a soft material. Yeah, so as many options. These are more like the official quote-unquote files. It has a very rough grain, really large kind of diamond bits. I know these tend to kind of come off. Let's see if we can scratch a piece of metal from this kind of opener. If you really had to cut it, it will take a really long time. So I don't see too much scratching, but let's see. given enough time. Okay, we start to see it eats up a little bit the metal here. But if you, let's say, had to cut a metal bar or something, it would take a really long time, and it probably will remove some of those diamonds, which I guess if you have 3, maybe that works. More realistically, this probably would be good to cut softer materials, and or to if there's something that has like a very sharp edge, you can dull it. That I think that will be very good for that. So it's kind of a fun item. I've always been curious about these because they sell them in Amazon or in some kind of more like spy shop related stores that are not, I don't know if they're very reputable, or if you buy there they will put you in a watch list. But these are available on Amazon. There's a couple brands. This is Shometech, but here this has a different name called Janders Ink. So kind of fun item and pretty small. I think it could be good for this type of survival kits. Thank you for watching.